Hi, friends. I'm Scott Giles, and welcome to Power Talk, my podcast here on Facebook Live and YouTube. I cover topics related to hypno-coaching, spirituality, and the hypnotic arts and sciences generally. If you'd like to know more about my professional work or sign up for my free e-newsletter, Power Lines, check out my website, which I'll tag at the end of this video. Today, I want to do a bit of personal reflection as the seasons turn and meteorological autumn arrives. I love the fall. It's probably my favorite time of year. I grew up in New England where fall is beautiful. The trees change color and pick up vibrant hues of orange, yellow, as well as shades of green and brown. Now, the trees change color here in the Midwest too, but briefly. As soon as it rains, all the leaves are on the ground and the branches are bare. But in New England, the trees hold their leaves for months, and it is beautiful. And there are apples. I grew up in a family that was connected to a New England bakery called Ornold Orchards. And just like the name sounds, orchards, there were always apple pies and such as the fall season arrived. But the big thing was the cider. Now, if you've never made cider from scratch, you're missing out on a culinary adventure. You take the imperfect apples, the ones you don't want to package and sell, or the ones that are too small to go into pies, and you put them in the cider press. It doesn't matter what sort of shape they're in, provided they've not started to rot. And then you press them, and this wonderful liquid comes out, naturally sweet and flavorful. It's like you reversed entropy. You took disorder and made something good out of it. When I was an undergraduate at the University of Connecticut, I taught my dorm mates how to do something special with cider. Caution. The following story is for entertainment purposes only. Do not try this at home. The University of Connecticut was once an agricultural school, so the campus at Storrs, Connecticut is surrounded by farms, many of which grow apples. So buying a few gallons of fresh cider was easy to do, and it needs to be fresh. It needs to be unpasteurized because you need the natural bacteria to be present. You put it in a clean barrel or a very large container, and then you put it up on the roof of the dorm. The cider will ferment as the natural sugar is turned into alcohol by the bacteria. And then the cold weather arrives. Because alcohol and water have different freezing temperatures, when the New England winter arrives, the cider will freeze. The water in the cider freezes first around the outside of the container, but the alcohol will migrate toward the center. And then you tap it with a hot poker, which melts its way through the water ice. And what comes out of that center is a completely illegal and unregulated alcoholic drink called Applejack. You can definitely get a buzz from it. Now, I was a chef and I know what to look for to be sure that everything had gone properly and nothing had gone bad. So I am not recommending you try this. But it worked for me and the guys at my dorm and is one of the memories my wife tells me I should be deeply ashamed of. But I'm not. We had some really cool parties. In any case, my ancestors used to visualize the procession of the seasons as if they were the stages of life. Spring was birth, summer, maturation, fall was full adulthood, moving toward old age, and winter was the season of old age and eventually death. Now, as I am already in the season of old age, the fall is a reminder to me to take stock of what my life has been all about, what my accomplishments have been, what my lessons have been. I've made mistakes like everyone, but I try to forget the mistakes and remember the lesson. I note any growing edges I might want to hone while there is still time, and to appreciate the quiet pleasures of being a senior citizen. When you hit a certain age, you no longer have anything to prove. Such success you have had is probably already in your possession, and so it's time to take a breath and enjoy the fruits of your labor. For me, this means blocking time on my calendar for family and friends, for recreation, my martial arts, cooking, and for reflection on what the mission statement for the next chapter of my life should be. Several times over the arc of my life, I've realized that I'd achieved my goals and needed to set new ones, and the autumn is a great time for that reflection, and I recommend it to you. For me, I'm getting ready for Labor Day. I have a pair of beautiful 2-inch thick bone-in ribeye steaks to grill. I'm looking forward to Halloween, which we do up right around my house with a big, elaborate cemetery-like boneyard out front and a 30-year reputation of being very generous with high-quality chocolate. I love the Thanksgiving season and the Yuletide, which for my wife and I is a big spiritual deal. And I am thinking about what should come next for me. And it's a reflection that I recommend for you as well. As you enter the autumn season of this time, what are your plans for the next chapter? Hey, thank you for your time and attention today. I'll be back next week with another talk on a different subject, and I'd like to invite you to join me. It does help me if you let others know about my videos, so please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to reach out to me to see how I might be able to help you, feel free. Stay well and stay safe.